All right, hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Greatmillstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine which is being pushed throughout the four winds of the earth for in hope of mercy and salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahawashi returns to the planet Earth. Okay. Um, this video here will be concerning the MOTB system, which they're already implementing or starting to implement in different parts of the world. All right. Which ultimately will come here to the States. All right. And it will be exactly what they're getting ready to tell you it's going to be, like as we've been telling you. All right. Here it is, these Edomites. These Edomites around the world. All right. These different alternative medias. You got insiders, presidents of countries, all right, going to their people and telling them this is the way that we're going, but yet you got Israelite leaders who refuse to see the system, all right, the beast system, as well as his mark, all right, that he's getting ready to implement, all right, upon everyone. See, America is in for a rude awakening, Babylon the Great, all right, and a lot of you that have woken up to the fact that you're Israelites and you're not teaching this, and you don't believe that the RFID technology is the MOT to the B. All right, then you're totally lost, and you're gonna be in for that rude awakening. All right, you're gonna be in for that rude awakening, and you're not gonna know what to do when it's pushed directly into your face. All right. So without any further ado, I'm gonna just let this play, stop and interject, fast forward, so you can see. All right. That this thing is moving forward. This is the Most High showing us that is coming. All right. Matter of fact, before we do that, let's get a scripture. I believe that's Isaiah 42. Let me get that real quick. Yep. Isaiah 42:9, it says, "Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them." And in this case, it's Revelation 13:16. The MOT to the B. All right. The system, the infrastructure, all right, the image of the beast is already in place. All right. The way you can sum it up, the image of the beast is Esau's new world order that he plans to install, and you're gonna see in this clip, all right, exactly what's going on here, man. All right, we at the end, people. Okay, we are at the end.
Globalist billionaire Bill Gates has begun rolling out digital IDs that will be embedded under the skin of every child in the world, with or without parental consent. The People's Voice has warned for years that Gates and the World Economic Forum are planning to create a digital database that tracks all citizens across the globe as part of its Agenda 2030 for humanity. Now, the elite are making their move, and innocent children in Bill Gates' laboratories are being tagged with Mark of the Beast microchips in pilot programs as we speak.
He understands what it is. All right. They being tagged, all right, in Kenya, all right, newborn babies.
Before we dive in, join the People's Voice Locals community if you haven't already. Bill Gates is demanding world governments to follow the lead of the European Union and India and approve his global digital ID system, which has inbuilt features designed to exclude people from participating in society if they don't comply with the globalist agenda. Gates' plan to punish and exclude people who don't comply with the globalist authoritarian rules can only work if everybody in society is using his global digital ID. That's
punish those who don't participate. Let's go to that scripture. Revelation 13. Okay? And 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, meaning you won't be able to participate in society. And buying and selling is a major part of society, man. Okay? A major part. And we're gonna come back to this, but I'm just this is just more of a review, more info showing you that this is indeed the MOTB, and they're rolling it out. It's already here on the planet Earth. People already have it. It just hasn't been made mandatory yet, and it's getting to that point. All right, and you're gonna see.
That's why he's planning to embed the digital ID under the skin of every child in the world born in 2025 to ensure the future global.
So 2025, man, if shit don't hit the fan by the time we get there, 2025 gonna be a hell of a year as far as prophecy.
Society is 100% compliant with globalist goals. For those who doubt that Gates and the elite would go this far, it's time to wake up, because the plan to microchip every child under the sun with digital ID has already begun. The elites are making their move and rolling out the digital identification phase of this dystopian plan in almost every WF infiltrated nation. Earlier this year, the Digital ID and Authentication Council of Canada certified its first digital program before.
I'm just gonna fast forward it a little bit, to the different speakers. Now listen to this woman.
Global rollout next year.
Now, it even gets worse. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is continuing its global push to support its so-called government-backed digital ID programs, and this time setting its sight on Kenya, where it will advise the government on that country's Maisha Namba digital ID initiative that is currently under development. So, according to a Kenyan news agency, Gates' role is assisting the Kenyan government in its development, and the rollout of Maisha Namba was announced after a recent series of the closed-door meetings with Kenyan President William Ruto. According to Biometric Update, Maisha Namba is supposedly expected to address different challenges, such as identifying and authenticating citizens, safeguarding primary registration documents such as birth certificates and national identity cards, and improving the management of the social programs and government operations. The project has been met with skepticism in some parts of the country. Rights groups have also been expressing concern over the possibility of discrimination and the erosion of privacy. But listen, I just told you in a very nice way. Now let me just put it blatantly to you. The program targets the birth of new babies. So once you have your baby, before your baby leaves the hospital, you no longer get a paper birth certificate, but then you get a digital one that is somehow implanted somewhere on somebody's body. Think about that, but have a listen to this.
The digital ID, which has been a big problem to us for a very long time.
Now, as you see, these nations are on board with Esau, man. All right, they on board with this goddamn devil, man. All right, these Hamites. All right, this is what Psalms 83 is all about. Okay, they are on board. All right, with what Esau is talking about. Okay.
Is now on a testing mode for the next 2 months. I have been assured by all the stakeholders, led by the ministries concerned, that by December, we will be able to launch digital ID, where every Kenyan don't have to carry any paper, plastic.
By December, all right? It's September now. We got October, November, 2 months. All right? We here. All the slander, all the bullshit that you other groups, all right, are doing, you will have to answer to your congregation, and then you're going to have to answer to Yahawashi about what the hell were you doing. All right? Well, ultimately, you're going to have to answer to Yahawashi, man. All right? Because, truthfully, the only group of Israelites that push this major prophecy that's coming is Greatmillstone. You other cats that believe it, that it's the MOTB, you glaze over it like it's not fucking right here at the door. Okay?
Or otherwise, as an ID that they should be able to be identified digitally using their iris or their fingerprints, and we can transact without the necessity of people struggling to identify who they are. And the proudest part of it is that we don't have to spend the billions that we have spent on all the other manenos, as all of you know.
We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein.
Kenya is in serious trouble. Now, for you to accept this, that means you're going to be completely surveilled and controlled. Think about
completely surveilled and controlled, which is another part of why they're going to put the micro CHIP. All right, not just for buying and selling, but once you take it, you're going to be able to be surveilled. All right, and you're going to be able to be controlled. All right. There's a video, a little quick minute video a brother had shared of the satellite system that Kill Gates of Hell erected, or he not erected, Salakia, he put billions into in order to track and trace every person who has the MOTB technology. All right.
about it. So they have targeted the new babies, of course, even the ordinary citizens, the grown-ups, the young ones, the teenagers, and even the elderly ones will receive this digital ID. But they will then create a new generation where they'll be completely under this digital ID and they have no choice.
Kenya is in trouble, and so is the rest of the world, given Bill Gates'
All right, that's that portion. Let me get to this part. Okay, yeah, this is another part.
have not been punished for their crimes, and this is why they've been emboldened to go even further this time. Digital ID is the holy grail for the globalists, who are determined to crack down on any opposition.
Why is it their holy grail? Because this is their pseudo kingdom. All right, they believe if they get the whole world sea-hipped, then they can cut off Israel from being a nation. All right, because they'll have full control over us. They'll be injecting us to destroy our pineal gland, and we will have that micro sea-hip in us from birth. If this man was allowed to, actually bring this thing into full fruition. All right. But we know, according to prophecy, he won't be able to do that. Matter of fact, Let's get Revelation 12, because this is getting ready to come to pass too. All right. He's getting ready to start showing his horns, because he ain't got much time to establish this new world order. All right. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. All right, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, he only has a short time to establish his new world order. All right, that's why we're seeing all this information, all of this technology, all these nations on board with Esau, Edom, the WEF, the UN, the WHO. They all on board with this whole digital system that they want to bring to the masses, man. All right. And they gonna do it by any means necessary. This is why I said he gonna come down with great wrath. All right. This is why he's gonna come down with great wrath. The draconian legislation and measures are gonna be stiff and harsh. All right. And you're gonna see this woman here from Canada getting ready to break it down. All right. Now let's listen a little more.
To the globalist agenda, or what they consider dissent. Bill Gates wasn't joking when he
met with all
hostage, threatening to withhold their own money from them if they refuse to accept the rollout of totalitarian digital ID laws.
Yesterday in Canada, Justin Trudeau met with all of our provincial premiers and basically told them that we will not be able to get funding for our healthcare unless the premiers agree to the digital IDs. I will show all the proof. Now, those of you who think that digital...
You must agree. You're going to have to make a conscious decision when this thing is mandatorily rolled out, man. All right, ain't gonna be no forget what these other groups are telling you. It's your hand, which is your action. It's your mind, which is what you think. That's all bullshit. Okay? It's gonna be a direct direct choice that you will have to make. All right. This is why I say it's going to come upon all the world to try them, which shall dwell upon the earth. You're going to have to. You're going to be tried with the same trial everybody on the planet Earth is going to be tried with. Are you down with this system? And if so, we need to put this micro C-hip up under your flesh, and then you'll be able to participate. All right. You'll be able to do your taxes. You'll be able to get government assistance. You'll be able to do all this and get help from the powers that be, the world government that they're gonna establish. All right, and receive your UBI, your universal basic income. Okay, this is where we at, man.
IDs are great. They are not. Let me show you what these digital IDs will actually entail when it comes to control. Here's an overview basically of everything that will be included in the digital IDs. This can be found on the WEF website and also on all of the provincial and government websites. You will have healthcare. You will not be able to access any healthcare without this digital ID. Financial system. You will actually not even be able to carry out bank accounts or carry out anything online regarding financial transactions.
He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right? That you can buy and sell. That you can walk into a hospital, get some help. That you can go into this grocery store. All right?
Food and sustainability. This says for farmers and consumers, you will not be able to get into stores. You will not be able to even sell anywhere. Once they have this system in place, this is where the digital currency will come in. Travel and mobility. We saw that with the Arrive scam app. Humanitarian responses, which is basically just garbage. It's in case something happens, they will be able to track and find you, including if you don't want anything injected in your body. E-commerce. You will not be able to shop online.
Then you have social media platforms. You will literally need this ID in order to get TikTok, Twitter, or Facebook.
You see the control? And this is on the website. This is on the website of the WEF. And I've seen this before. Okay? On that website. I actually probably had did a video on it a while ago. Alright? But this is everything the digital ID will entail. Alright? All of this. Banking. Transportation. Alright? I mean, it's blurry. You can't see it here, but you know, she's explaining it. You go to the WEF website. Matter of fact, let's see if we could do that and then type it in. Let's go WEF and just type in digital identity. Let's see if it'll come up on their website. Because you can just go here and search, you know, because Jake don't like to search, man. Digital identity. Let's see if it comes up. A blueprint of digital identity. All right. It's all kind of pages. All right. Look at this. 10 pages worth of their plans for this digital ID. Let's see if this one. Let's see what this one. This is a PDF, a blueprint for digital identity. This might be it. Where you can find that chart. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The future of financial services. Why is it in the shape of a goddamn needle? How disruptive innovations are reshaping the way financial services are structured, provisioned, and consumed. So they're giving you hints that the only way you're gonna be able to buy is accepting that MOTB that's gonna be implanted into you with your with a needle, man. All right. A future of financial infrastructure. This is what this whole little thing entails. Look at this. Industry leaders, subject matter experts, all these people are on board. All right, they on board. Everybody use these things. MasterCard, Visa. All right, all this. All of it is entangled, and it's going to be all brought together by way of the micro C hip. Okay? So all you got to do is go on these. He start telling you what he planning, what he finna do. All right? And ultimately, this is the Most High's program. All right? Private service providers, technology and solution providers, global technology, they are taking everything and they're going to bring it to this one platform, man. Under that micro C hip. Digital ID. That chart probably on here, but I'm sure it's plenty of great information on this PDF file right here. Okay, and we only 39 pages into 108, so they got it right on their website, man. All right. What is this? Natural identity work networks, individuals, legal entities, and assets. All right. You ain't gonna be able to live without a digital ID. You ain't gonna be able to get monies. All right. You won't be able to even exist in this society without it. What does this say? The structure of identity systems. The user presents a set of attributes to a third party The third party verifies the attributes and attaches its attestation to the attributes, becoming an identity provide for the user. The user then uses the credential from the identity provider in transactions with relying parties. All right, yeah, he good. He got the MOTB, so he can now transact. And then you got other groups saying that this ain't it. You guys are harlots. I mean charlatans. Excuse me, hirelings, charlatans and hirelings, man. All right, and those of you that do believe that this is the technology, all right, stop glazing over it and push it, man. All right, motherfucker, do a whole live slandering men who have hazarded their lives and who are truly pushing this thing. But you make 2-second mention of the micro C here. Bunch of goddamn hypocrites, man. You ain't men of the Lord out there. So there you all you gotta do is go to the page, man. The WEF website, type in digital identity. It's 10 pages worth of information. Alright? Let's go back. Listen to a little bit more.
No more fake accounts. You have e-government, so if you want your taxes done, any sort of benefits from there, you will need this. Then it gets even scarier. Telecommunications, you will not be able to actually get an internet provider without this digital ID, and they will be able to track you. And then up there you have smart cities, and we all know what those are. Those of you who think I'm lying, here's the federal condition. In order for us to access our money, to actually get an internet provider without, this is basically a hot, and they will be able to track you. And then up there you have smart cities, and we all know what those are. Those of you.
There we go here. Now remember, this is in Canada. Let's read what it says. It says, to access the enhanced CHT, provinces must first commit to improving how health data is collected, shared, used, and reported to Canadians to promote greater transparency on results. And to help manage public health emergencies, the government said in a background document supplied to reporters, the federal government wants this data so that it can better track healthcare performance and outcomes. It also says it wants this information shared more efficiently between primary doctors, pharmacists, specialists, and the hospital. How is that going to be? Digitally. All right? It says Canadians should be able to access their own health information and benefit from being shared between health workers across health settings and across jurisdictions. It says the government, I can't see that.
You who think I'm lying, here's the federal condition. In order for us to access our...
Oh, and this has everything to do with on your smartphones. They have your health monitor on your, remember that track and trace when COVID came out, that exposure that you had to turn off on your phone. All right, that was all the trial run. They getting ready to go live, baby. They getting ready to bring it to full fruition.
Money, our tax money. This is basically a hostage situation of our tax money. And what you will see is instigators, government instigators under Twitter, under Justin Trudeau, that basically say we need to push our provincial governments to, get the money so that we can spend it better. No, we don't. We actually need to call our provincial governments right now, today and tomorrow, and every single day until they scrap this digital ID. They cannot pass this without our approval.
See, and that's why people, they don't know what the hell is going on, because they're going to pass it. All right, the Most High is with them to do it, so his word can be fulfilled. All right, now I'm going to go to this last little portion. All right, which this guy that's about to speak is Richard Warner, and he's going to mention what the CBDC looks like and that they have delayed their agenda. But now they ain't got time to delay no more. They finna do this thing, man. Let's go to this last part.
Former WF Young Global leader, before he woke up and declared war on the globalists, the elites have been planning this attack on humanity for decades. And they're now preparing a new crisis to get people to accept the rollout of digital IDs.
They have literally delayed their agenda. Because I think it's so important to them, they've been very careful about the timing, and let's wait a little longer, let's have this crisis first, let's have COVID first, soften them up. But they've delayed, because the technology was already ready around 2015 to roll out. And what people don't mention is, what do these CBDCs actually look like? At the moment, there's a bit of talk about...
Remember, CBDC is a central bank digital currency. All right?
This being phone-based apps. And yes, that is the initial phase. But what was already ready around 2015 is the ultimate goal, what they really want. Apparently, I was told by a central banker...
The ultimate goal, what they really want. Apparently, I was told by a central banker, all right, an insider...
is... CBDCs looks like a small grain of rice that they want to put under your skin, which is, in my view, a violation of human dignity. And
which is exactly the description of the mark in Revelation, the 13th chapter, in the 16th verse. When you look up the word, okay, charagma, which goes back to the root charax, which is the delivery system. The charax and charagma put together, all right, the delivery system and the actual micro C-hip is where you get the word charagma.
They realize there is a hurdle. So to get people to accept this, there will be, why suddenly all the billionaires saying, let's have universal basic income? Because the story is going to be, now we've created this vast unemployment and disruption and crises. Well, we need...
Now you see why COVID was rolled out. Small businesses were destroyed. Major CEOs leaving their companies. Now you see why. It's all an agenda. All right? And the agenda is all in place for them to take us as a people and put our name out of the earth. All right?
Need universal basic income. You will get 2,000 euros into your account every month. But of course, to run this efficiently, we need to use the latest technology. So, you need the CBDC chip implant. But how many people will say, okay, fine, £2,000, 2,000 euros,
a surprising proportion, shockingly, obviously, to me or yourself, but we've seen years ago in Sweden, there has been a substantial small minority take-up of what's currently much larger. It's kind of like a little cylinder in stainless steel, I guess. Maybe it's titanium or something. And they're doing it because they just want to. They want to be early adopters of this nonsense. So if anyone's listening and that sounds fanciful or conspiracy theorish, the fact is in Sweden they are taking it up and in other places, and that's not coming out of nowhere. That's not just some local tech firm makes this. It's part of the early adoption kind of tendrils coming out from the mothership. So yeah, interesting times ahead, but now, as you say...
As he said, interesting times ahead. We here. All right? We are here. Psalms 83 real quick. Psalms 83 and 1. A song or psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. All right? For lo, mine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate me, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. All right? And that's talking about these nations, beginning with Esau, Edom. All right? They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. This whole system from this video that we just watched, the beast system, the micro C-hip, the CBDC, the universal basic income, the chart from the WEF, this is a whole counsel, a crafty counsel that they have taken against the Lord's people, man. All right? it says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. And that's going to be the ultimate cutting us off from being a nation. All right? Any nation on the planet Earth. But we talking about the Israelites, because this is what the Bible is all about. The Israelites, man. All right? They want to cut us off from being a nation, and this is their plan to do so. All right? Ultimately, they've had many plans, all right? But this is the ultimate plan, which will totally cut us off from being a people. All right? But like I said, they're not going to be able to bring it to full fruition. The Lord is going to make it to where they shall not be able to perform their enterprise. All right? Pursuing to the book of Job. All right? It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right? Because if they can get you right when you're born, for those who are going to be, who will be allotted to be born, all right? You know, Esau then made people sterile through that jump shot. But those who may be allotted to bring forth children, to have babies and whatnot, or to have that, those that have babies, they want to, off the bat, before you leave the hospital, that baby got to be micro C-hip. Okay? It says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. What's the one consent? The World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization. All right? The United Nations, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. All these nations have joined together with one consent with Esau. All right? And they are confederate against the Most High. All right? They trying to control the Most High's creation. All right? Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom and of the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes. These are all the nations. Gebal, the Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, the Africans. We just seen the African. All right? Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. All right? So, ultimately, all these nations, the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, the Chinese, and then when you finish this video, which said we ain't gonna finish the rest, they're gonna tell you how China is the model to what they want to bring. All right? When you watch the end of this, China is the model that they want, that's modeled after the world government, the totalitarian control that they want to bring, man. Because China's already on that digital ID in the social system, all right? And actually living by it, all right? They already doing it over there in China. But I believe it's through their phone. All right. Some may have their have biometrics, you know what I'm saying, facial recognitions and things like that. And some may have the C-hip already implanted in them. All right. But they're gonna tell you that China is the model for this world. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. Let's listen to it.
Locked in a 5-mile radius from their own apartment.
They're constantly monitored by facial recognition cameras that are able to instantly put a face to a name. Now the Chinese are also ranked, given a mark out of a possible 950 points. The state will go over every detail of a person's life with a fine-tooth comb. Their financial situation, spending habits, career, even behavior on social media. Criticizing the government online or displaying outward signs of wealth is a no-no. On the other hand, praising the party or giving blood increases your social credit.
As a good citizen, I respect the rules of the road. If I didn't, I'd lose points on my social credit.
Buying cigarettes would count against her. On the
Total control society. All right? They already living like this in China.
other hand, nappies show she's an attentive mother. Beer could indicate alcoholism. You should be better off buying water. A good score brings benefits, but people with low scores lose rights. The cinema names and shames people considered untrustworthy, plastering their details, even their addresses, across big screens.
And they had this on the episode of Black Mirror. All right, I forget the name of the episode, but everybody was living off of a goddamn social credit score. All right, you were rated, you know, you got hotels based upon your credit score, not actual real money, you know. So that's pretty much. I don't want to, make this too much longer. Let's go back here to Psalms 83 and 5, which I read it, but I want to read this again because this is them being consulted together with one consent, and they are confederate against our power, man. All right, because this ain't the plan. I mean, it's the plan of the Most High on the left hand side, but the latter end of it is that the Lord is gonna raise up His elect. All right, and they gonna thresh this bitch, and Yahawashi is gonna return and totally destroy this bitch. That's the ultimate plan of the Most High. All right, so they gonna go from having all these riches. All right, this whole program, all these billions and trillions of dollars they put into this whole system, to it being done and over with in less than an hour. Okay, in an hour, the scriptures say. So again, Psalms 83 and 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. And this whole digital ID, New World Order, MOTB, micro C-HIP is a part of that, a major part of it. And it's here. It's just not made mandatory, but it will be. All right. December, Kenya will be micro C-HIP in every baby that's born. All right. Canada. All right. 2025 is going to be a year from hell, man. If all hell don't break loose before. All right. So with that, giving all praise to Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi. Lord will, this was edifying and exhorting to the hopeful elect. All right. Stay prayed up, stay in the spirit. And we on to the next. Shalom.